The game you love above them all. Football news, predictions, we have it all. You can watch or listen, that's your call. Just join us on Beyond the Ball.
Hello everyone and welcome to Beyond the Ball, episode 2. I'm calling it episode 2 of the new era, alright? So fuck the rest of it. Whatever happened in the past is the past. Forget about it. We are in episode number 2 of the new era of Beyond the Ball. And I'm joined again by the biggest of all Paddies.
Oh, it's nearly gone there. I nearly do drop the mic. I can't believe that. How's everyone doing?
Yeah,
cheers, everyone. Slunch. Good to be back, just like United are. 2 games in a row. Love it. Come on. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Right, Paddy, usual stuff. Football review coming up, unfortunately, this week for me. You know, the tables, how the turns have tabled, as they say.
What a week for you with the fantasy football and Chelsea. Oh.
Okay.
Grumpy Collie this week.
Yeah, okay. Right, so we're going to be looking at Chelsea's match. We're going to be looking at United's match. We have the fancy football. We've got unpopular football opinions, which have been sent in by you. We also have one as well.
I loved doing it last week.
I was dead. Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Good talks, good debates.
Some really good ones this week.
It's very good ones this week, but it's good to hear people's opinions, and that's what we always ask for on Instagram. And this is the reason we do it: is we want yous interacting with us. We want to know what yous think about football and what your opinions are. We have very strong opinions, hence why we do this. So we love hearing stuff from you. So we have a good few in this week. So we're gonna jump straight into it. We're not gonna mess around. We're gonna be getting through a lot of it. A lot of content very quickly tonight.
I love hearing from them so we can tell them how wrong they are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because we are the experts. We have a podcast, and we're obviously the experts. People are talking shit if we don't tell them, right? The next one we have is score predictions as well. So we've got loads of stuff to get going. So, Paddy, the first one we're going to jump into is the football review. Sorry, we're just laughing about Paddy's deep throating incident there. Right, Paddy, first one up, unfortunately for me, is Manchester City versus Chelsea. They beat us 3-1. I did say that Manchester City were going to beat us.
Good start.
It was a good start. It was a very good start. We played pretty well. We controlled the ball pretty well. We defended pretty well. But if I'm being honest, it never looked to me when Nicholas Jackson misses sitters, you know, it's not your day. He's either bang in form or bang out form. And Chelsea's biggest downfalls for probably 95% of our matches this season, we haven't won because Nicholas Jackson hasn't finished the important chances and he hasn't taken his chances. So once I seen him missing a few chances, and I just knew it was game over. So now look, I wasn't too surprised by the result, a little bit disappointed that we didn't do it, but it shows yet again, and we do have someone in asking about this, Chelsea need to get sick now because of Chelsea need a new keeper, or they need to just drop Sanchez because his mistakes again are just clear for everybody to see, and it pissed me off because Maresca came out during the week and backed him up and said we fully support him. We stand by him. He has to. I know he has to. But I'd love to see him dropped.
No, but he has to. Yeah, he should be.
Has to drop him. Why wouldn't he drop him when we have Jorgensen there, who's never made a mistake? We're having this conversation every week.
Yeah, but how many chances has Jorgensen made? And obviously, maybe there's something going on in the training which makes him believe that Sanchez is number one.
Yeah, that's what we were kind of saying last week, wasn't it? We were like, he's obviously going off something he's seen in training, because if you're going off just matches, it's Jorgensen all day. Like, absolutely. So I don't know. There has to be something there that they're seeing in training that they're saying this lad's going to be world class, because I'm not seeing it. I don't know about you, but I'm not seeing it.
You can blame the goalkeeper, but going forward, then you're talking about Nicholas Jackson.
Yeah.
And that's just as big a problem, because I see it, you know, like if you haven't got an out-and-out top-class striker, you're relying on other teams to slip up rather than you making, say, that fourth spot your own.
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah.
Because it was yours. Like just before Christmas, there, you were playing a game to go strongly into second.
We were going first. If we had won one of the games, we were going first for a bit. Now Liverpool were playing later that day. Anyway, they had like 2 or 3 games in hand or whatever. But we were going to be going first. Now look at us.
Now, yeah, and City are not. I'm not going to say they're back, but they look like strong contenders for that top 4.
Yeah.
Big shock with Bournemouth against Notts Forest the weekend.
Call this one because I was saying that Nottingham Forest are going to start slipping up now unless they go on a fucking wonder run like Leicester did all them years ago.
I just think Bournemouth's been unreal. Yeah,
very good.
Really good. Really good.
But look, Paddy, I don't know. I take it with a pinch of salt, this result, but I am a little bit worried. There is worrying signs for me, like goalkeeper Nicholas Jackson. Like that's me worrying signs. Another one that I'm not going to mention is going to be coming up later, so I don't want to go too much into it in terms of that because someone has sent in a question about one of the players as well. So I want to keep that kind of for later on. I don't want to dive in too much on it because I don't want to answer a lot of the
Who's your backup?
Keeper?
No,
striker and Kunku.
And there's talk of him going out on loan.
He's talk of him going out. We have your man that we got from Barcelona, the 18-year-old Mark Guiu, I think is the way.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. So, but he actually looks like a good striker, but I just don't think he's
ready.
I said it last week, Paddy, about Highland. I think at that stage, if they're a world-class striker or not. I know you can bring someone into a great striker, but I think, look, the likes of Harry Kane, like I said, he was a bit of a later developer, but there's Mbappe and there's all these young players that like Lamine Yamal, and there's all these players that are world class and going to be world class at a really early age. Like I just see Mark Guiu possibly becoming very good, but if he's not going to be playing all the time,
he's only 18.
He's only 18. That's the only thing I would say. So there's a chance for him. So I don't know. Nicholas Jackson is still young as well. So there is, and it's only his second season in the Premier League now at this stage, and he is scoring goals. But I just want him to do it more.
But the Premier League is a different kettle of fish as well. So you mentioned Yamal there, but the Spanish league is a completely different league. So you wouldn't throw an 18-year-old and expect him to light the world up.
No.
In the Premier League, that's the same way you would in the league.
No, because you look at Barcelona and Real Madrid for years, they've been so dominating and they're miles ahead of them. Maybe with the exception of Atletico Madrid and stuff like that. But yeah, you could in a team of 8 or 9 great players, you could throw that one potential wonder kid in there and let them do it. Like they did it with Messi, back in the day. They threw Messi in at a really young age, and obviously they stuck with him. And obviously we've seen how that played out. It could be the same situation with Lamine Yamal, but they've got, because they're so powerful in Spain. It's easy to do that, isn't it? Even back in the day when United were so dominant in thing, they would have put all these younger lads in, even Wayne Rooney coming in. What they signed him at 17 or whatever it was, bringing him in, allowing him to play because they knew they were dominant.
What stage your club is at as well is massive, because I remember United putting squads out of 11 players that right now you'd be fighting for relegation.
With
the same bunch of players, but because the culture was good. Did a few good leaders around the place. Good manager. It was a totally different story.
Look at the team that Fergie won his last league with. Show me another manager that would have won a league with that team, because I don't think there's many around that would be able to do if any, to be honest with you. So right, Paddy, I don't have anything else to say about this one. I'm happy to move on if you were.
The only thing I'll say, which I'll bring it up in our opinions later on, because we obviously have our own opinions along with the fans ones, is Chelsea in big games. It's not a good story to read this season.
No, it's not. Okay, right, we'll move on. Paddy, good news for you. A comfortable 1-0 win. Would you say comfortable?
Dogged. It was a bit of a boring game. It wasn't very exciting, but probably should have been 2-1. Ahmad's goal near the end, I still doubt whether that was offside. Actually, offside.
Maybe fancy. I was raging.
Oh, so me too. Me too. And but Toby Collier, the clearance off the goal line, the feedback he's getting from the other players, and this is a 20-year-old coming in, not a world beater, but my goodness, it just shows what hard work will do for you. So that's 2 wins in a row. We made it hard for ourselves against Rangers. The biggest upside of this result would be the clean sheet. Really, really happy to see a clean sheet. Lisandro Martinez getting forward again, so he got an assist against City. He got the goal against Liverpool. He got an assist few weeks ago as well. I think he got the assist against Rangers as well, and now got the goal here. So really good going forward. We've just signed. You've heard it here first. Patrick Dorgu from Lecce. 30 million rising to 35 guaranteed million euros.
This is the Italian team.
Yeah,
that's fucking mad, isn't it?
Left wing back. So to come on that left side and support Lecce will be massive for making runs around. And I suppose one last piece of information from this game that I'd probably like to mention is the fact that Ruben Amorim said he'd rather play the 60-odd-year-old goalkeeping coach as a striker than somebody that doesn't commit themselves enough in training. And he was talking about Marcus Rashford.
That's mad, isn't it?
Like, wow. What
I see. Is he trying to not so much put the final nail in the coffin, but is he trying to really hype up the fact that he is the one that wants to get rid of Rashford because he knows the fans are at their wits' end with Marcus Rashford? Does he want to be one that takes that credit, say, I'm finally getting rid of this dead wood? Remember, I
think he was gone before he said that.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I can't understand how it benefits anybody with him saying something like that.
Yeah.
Because if I am Barcelona, I'm looking to pay half of his 400 grand a week wages, but I'm hearing the manager saying that he'd rather play a 60-year-old than Marcus Rashford because he doesn't work hard enough.
Yeah.
Am I going to want to pay half his wages?
Yeah. And are you even going to want them?
Yeah, it's
crazy.
crazy.
You know what I mean? That's putting a massive kind of damage on his reputation. Like, but is it, Paddy? The one thing I want to ask you about this Amorim situation, right? See the likes of that comment there. Is there a hint of Andres Villas-Boas? Do you remember he came into Chelsea and he came in all guns blazing? He was going to change the whole thing. He was going to get rid of Lampard, Terry, Drogba, all these players that were the core of Chelsea. And he came in and it really went against him. Like the whole dressing room turned on him. He didn't get a result. Do you think it is? Yeah,
massively different.
Yeah,
like that would be like, that would be like now if Amorim came into United just after Ferguson had left. And he's talking to Rooney, Vidic, Ferdinand, and he's telling them, right, you have to get out.
Yeah.
This is not
a successful.
Yeah, this is not the mind of the team, but this is not a Rashford.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
That is a big game player. Like Rashford hasn't done anything in 3 seasons nearly.
Yeah.
He scored 30 goals, and we have to keep on going back to that. But Jesus, we nearly sound like a Liverpool supporter talking about our history, talking about Rashford going back that far, So yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. Yeah, happy with the result. And we've got one big European game now on Thursday night to guarantee top 8. And things are looking more positive.
Okay, more positive. I can't wait till next week when you lose and then you come back and it's just like you sound like yo-yos there. That's great. Right, Paddy, we're off that. We're off the football review and we're going to jump on to the fancy football.
Bring it on.
Okay, not a great week for myself. If anybody is listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your beautiful podcasts, we are looking at the physical fantasy football teams and leagues on YouTube. So make sure you go up to our YouTube channel and subscribe. So look, everybody, if you haven't subscribed already, I know we mention it, but we never really push it.
We never threaten you.
We don't threaten you because we will find you and we will we'll ask you nicely, to be honest with you. You'll probably batter us, but anyway, if you can, to take 2 seconds of your time, we're gonna give everybody 5 seconds of silence right here, right? And this is gonna be 5 seconds to hit subscribe, right?
Yeah, and comment
as well, and a like,
get in touch,
and a little thumbs up.
Yeah.
Right, so hold on, we're gonna give 5 seconds, right?
Right. I can only count to 3.
Okay, yeah, that's it. We're done, yeah. Right, you should have already done it by now. If you haven't, you're never listening again. 51 points I had this week, Paddy. Bowley's little boys.
What's the average?
59.
Oh,
unfortunately.
You see, you tried to skim over that, didn't you? I got 51 this week. A bit positive,
just a little bit
below average.
Yeah, not great. So I just want to zoom in a little bit on my team. Right, so 51 points. Henderson a goal, 1 point. Poor. Cucurella, 1 point again. Wasn't expecting that now. Him. Aina off Nottingham Forest. I've brought him in. To be honest with you, probably going to take him back out. He hasn't got me any points yet. I think I have him in 2 or 3 weeks. So poor. Hall, I like Hall. He'll get me a couple of points. So he only got me 2 this week. Gordon with 3, is it? 3? Can't see that.
We just say but go for 3.
Yeah, okay. Mo Salah as captain this week got me 16 points. 2 for Palmer. 3 for Ahmed. Watkins 8. 13 for Isaac, and Chris Woods 2 points.
Yes.
Not great. Not great at all. And I have Elanga on the bench. I brought him in so I could rotate if somebody has a difficult game, and I've just been leaving him on the bench. He hasn't been scoring anyway, so it makes him know it's a waste of time bringing him in. So, Paddy, we will go to your team. A nice green arrow beside
moving
you.
up in the 20s.
You're like steps, is it?
67.
Oh, no. Wait, blue. Oh, wait, 5. Move on up.
I don't know.
Wait,
I have no idea. I don't like them.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, go
all
ahead.
your favorite bands there. Sells in goal, and then Ayana for Notts Forest. Both obviously got smashed. Was it 5-0?
Oh yeah, 5-0.
Yeah. Wow, what a bad result. Hall 2 points. Konza 2 points. Gabriel 7 points. Good man yourself. And Buemo 7 points. Got the penno. Mo Salah, similar to you, was my captain this week. 16 points. Ahmad robbed. I brought in Kluivert after he got the hat trick.
Very good.
Yeah, I know. Wood 2 points. Isaac 14 points, and then on the bench I left the Chelsea dimwits. And,
Jackson would have got you 5 for a little assist.
Yeah, instead of Wood actually. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, and
terrible management.
Really. but yeah, 67. I'm moving up the board. I'm gonna finish in the Europa League spots.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. Well, we have the overall league up on the screen here now. So
show me January.
You want to see January?
I want to see January.
You want to see January first?
Yeah.
Do you want it, or do we wait after?
Oh, wait.
I like to feel the tension. I like to feel the tension, buddy. First up is Adam McDonald again, just holding that spot down with another solid week. 74 points. He's created a 30-point gap there between him and second place, who was Aaron Gray. He's got 1-5-2-6. Aaron has 1-4-9-1. Harry O'Sullivan is in third with 1-4-6-0. Myself is in fourth with 1-4-2-4. So
102 off the top.
Yeah, I'm holding it down, but I've been slacking the last couple of weeks. If I'm being honest, Paddy, I've got all my chips left. I need to start using them. So I've got my bench boost, I've got my triple captain, I've got fucking this manager one. I don't know what it is.
And a reminder to everyone, it's a double game week for Liverpool this week.
It is indeed,
get 3 Liverpool players in.
It is indeed. In fifth place, Liam McDonald with 1-4-2-1-2. Luke Walsh in 6th. Chris Gernon up to 7th. Jordan Murphy drops down to 8th. Noel Gain into 9th. And Johnny Murphy into 10th. Paddy, the January League. Who is winning the €20 for the winner? Don't forget. Every month we give €20 for the monthly winner, and it is currently Adam McDonald. He's winning the main league.
Oh, I'm only 13 points behind him though.
Yeah, so you're in fourth. So Adam McDonald's in fourth with 288 for the month. Johnny Murphy is only 10 points behind him, and then you're another 3 points behind him. So, yeah, it's doable.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a big week this week. Big week. So watch yourself, Adam. What is it? Adzer's 11. What's that even mean?
Adzer, Adam. Adzer's 11.
Oh, all right. Adzer.
What about this one? Sack of Cox. Very good. Right, Paddy. So that's it. We did actually have a suggestion in for when I asked people what they wanted to see from us in regards to the podcast. People want to see our top 3 picks that we would bring in for the week. So maybe we might start looking at that.
Yeah.
And
if we have it ready, absolutely, yeah.
So we might look at that going forward. So for now, obviously, we'll kind of.
What we could probably do is when we're looking at our week scores, we can say, I'm looking to take that player out this week or that player out this week. Yeah. They're the changes we're looking to make.
Yep. Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Right. So that's it. That is the fantasy football done, Paddy. Right. And we're going to be jumping on to probably my new favorite segment of the show now. The unpopular fans' opinions.
Ah, yeah. Unpopular bring it on. Opinions. Yeah, I love it.
Right,
I love
it. Go, we're going to do. It's a beautiful graphic, isn't it?
Yeah. The production value is unreal.
Right, we've got a good few. We've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to get through. So there's loads to get through. Some of them we will spend a bit more time on than others. Others we will brush through. First one in is Tish _35 _ who is Luke. Chelsea keeper. Is he developing or will he sink your Champions League position? Paddy, he is going to sink us like the Titanic. We need to get him out of goal. Chelsea Football Club are not a team where we get people in and hope they become good. We have to have good players in. I know we've kind of changed our culture a little bit where we're bringing all these youngsters in and we're kind of throwing, you know the saying, you throw enough shit, something will stick. So that seems like what we're doing.
What's your solution?
Solution is play Jorgensen for one, because I think he's a much better keeper. But I think replacing Sanchez then and getting a world-class keeper. There's not many around though. That's what I will say. But someone who's a bit more confident. Sanchez is goalkeeper, and the only thing he can't do is catch a ball. That is your number one thing you should be able to do.
Yeah, even an aging keeper, someone that's like,
I'd love someone with
mid 40s, like, because I remember we got Van der Sar when he was like 24, and he was 5 years, and he was brilliant.
Quality, yeah, and that's what I want. I want someone with experience. I want someone who knows how to. Do you know what I just want? I just want a keeper that can catch the ball, comes out in corners, catches balls, and is a good shot stopper. See all this shit of playing with their feet, playing ball with the feet. I don't want it, because what Chelsea keep doing now, right, is they keep playing it out from the back. So the goal kicks, the defender is taking it and passing it to Sanchez. And what does Sanchez do? Launches it up the pitch. Yeah. And 9 times out of 10 puts it out for a goal kick or out for a throw-in. Yeah. So it's a complete waste of time. So all this nonsense of playing it out from the back from your goal kicks, I hate it. I don't like it.
Well, the amount of talk about Chelsea signing players like Garnacho off United and everything else, players that they probably don't need right now.
Yeah.
Why they aren't going for a goalkeeper, I don't understand.
Makes no sense. And Chelsea are talking about getting rid of Diassi. They're talking about getting rid of João Felix and Kunku. And there was another one, Vega. It was, I think, Renato Vega. I think he's gone. So that's 4 players that we're getting rid of. I would love if they got all the money for them and put it into a keeper. Like go and get Donnarumma or something like that from PSG, or just spend an absolute fortune on it. I want it to be the highest transfer in the world. I don't care. I just want a good goalkeeper because he's costing us way too many points here. So I'm going to. It's not really an agree or disagree, is it? It's kind of like one or the other. I'm going to say he's sinking our position at the moment.
Yeah, I agree.
You agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, Paddy. Next one. It's funny that you get this one actually.
Adam Mack _25.
Andy Mack.
Oh, Andy Mack. Andy Mack. It's sad to see United's downfall. United's, I think he meant. Not. It's like he's talking as if like it's a new thing. We've been watching it for the last 10 years. So, and I don't think we've hit the bottom, so we're not even falling any further. We're right at the bottom looking up at everybody else going, help us, please.
But that was one of the things I said. Like, I presume the statement is like, so we're saying United's downfall, right? And it's big because it's been happening so long. Do you reckon it like feels like a short downfall because he's had so much success before that? Whereas he's had that gloating time. He's had all the 15 years where he's just rub it in our face, like, and like when you were in your prime, like, the phrase ABUs. Everybody was ABUs because you just rubbed it in so hard on everybody. And when you finally get that little bit of medicine,
we didn't rub it in.
Did. You absolutely did.
Like, and you were great when Chelsea were winning.
No, absolutely not.
Exactly.
Absolutely not.
You just acted like a winner.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I wasn't humble in victory.
No, fuck that. No, fuck that. Direct people's head. I'm waiting, because some clubs fall, but the United will be back within the next couple of years, and I will be as fucking excuse the language, apologies. I will be as annoying as I ever was. So do I agree or disagree with this? I'm going to take away the sarcasm in the question and pretend that it's a serious comment, and I'm going to say, yes, it is sad to see a giant like Manchester United being mismanaged for the past 10 years and being run by financial goons to lead us into a state where we're probably going to finish bottom half of the table. So yes, it's sad. I agree.
If I see all the sarcasm in it, I agree with the sarcastic side of it because it's absolutely great to see it. So no, it's absolutely brilliant to see. So that's fantastic. Right, we'll move on to the next one. John O'Butterly. This one is a bit of a dig at me, Paddy. Not a dig, but a bit of a.
Right.
He's taking the piss out of me.
Right.
There seems to be a lot of ACL injuries of late. Guilty. Is this down to too many games or twerking?
Context for the viewers.
Context for the viewers. I currently have a torn ACL. and an MCL and all other sorts of stuff going on with my knee. And how I did it was I had a few drinks in the pub around Christmas time. I was making very merry, and I jumped up. I was on the dance floor, and there's a little bench up there, and I jumped up on the dance floor, and I jumped up on the bench, and I start twerking. And
YMCA.
well, I can't confirm nor deny because I was actually very drunk. But I did start twerking on the bench. I jumped off the bench and my knee exploded. And in that instance, I was so drunk that you know when you've had a few drinks, don't feel little injuries and stuff like that. Gone. Like I was not able to stand up. Like I sat down, right? So I was obviously life and soul jumping around like an idiot. Jumped up on it, start twerking. I turned around to the bouncer, was just watching me laughing. I just went, sorry. I jumped down, bang, gone. And one of our friends there, who's a paramedic, he's looking at me. I was spotting from the dance floor, and he's like looking at me sitting down, and I'm just like that. I'm like, no. He comes over to me. He's like, what? I was like, me knee. He's like, what? I said, it's gone. He goes, what do you mean? I said, it's after exploding. He's like, oh, you're messing. I was like, no. I said, seriously, like there, I can't even stand up. Like I said, I can't put any weight in it. I said, it's like I'm done. No. And he's just like, all right.
To back you up in terms of how drunk you were, I was there as well, and I don't remember
it. But he was so drunk as well that I came back over getting carried by one of our other friends, and Paddy putting on his jacket, and he's just looking at me, and like nothing registered with him, like it was like zero. And then I told him the next day, and he had no recollection of it.
I was just thinking of going to get a bar sausage and chips. That's it. I'm gone.
This is how drunk I was, right? I walked home on it, right? So I hobbled home, and usually I would beeline for the chipper. The chipper was open,
yeah,
and I said, you know what? I actually just have to get a taxi.
Wow.
And now that's outrageous. Like you know there's something wrong when I'm refusing the chipper at the end of the night.
Shit.
So back to this question. That's the context of the twerking part of it. But back to the actual context of the question. ACL injuries as of late. Is there too many games? I would have to say there is too many games.
Absolutely.
There's way too many games. Now you can say, okay, they're getting paid 300 grand a week, 200 grand a week, 150 grand a week. So suck it up, Buttercup. But
but they're not machines.
No,
they are humans. So and they can talk about you've got bigger squads, but unless you have a squad of 24 or 20 that you can put into your first 11
and
all the time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you like as a manager, and the pressure you have to win in every competition, you have to put out your best 11 every single game.
Yeah.
And it's forcing injuries.
Yeah, I honestly do think that there is too much game. I don't know, it's like it's diluting the passion nearly of everybody, because we're just seeing football so much, and it's just crap matches a lot of the time. Like all these Europa, like they diluted the Champions League down, right? So Champions League now has more people in it. I hate the new format. Now you've got the Europa Conference League, because I'm almost happy. Then you had the Europa League as well, like before that. Like I was just like, did we not just have one Champions League? And that is the epitome. That makes the Champions League so prestige that like the top four only get in it in the league. I know it's terrible for the other teams that can't reach them goals.
I like the Europa.
Europa's not too bad, but see the conference. It's just like it's a waste of.
Yeah, like it was great for West Ham when they won it.
Yeah,
it's great.
It's good for them teams. Like like Chelsea are in it this year, and Chelsea will win it this year. But
I'd rather win the FA Cup than the Conference League, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, like with the way Chelsea are now, I really don't care about it. Like, I honestly don't care about it. So I do agree with this one. I do think that there is way too many games, and that it is down to too many games fatigue and
too much twerking
and too much twerking as well. Look, never underestimate the power of twerking. Right, thanks for that one, Paddy. Next one.
John O'Butterly 91. XG is the biggest load of pants ever. Yes, United are so bad. Towards the start of this season, I start trying to use it as something positive. I was like, our XG was 4. We were really good, but we still couldn't score a fucking goal. No, there's very little correlation between XG and goals scored. You can talk all day. It's like possession. They had 8% possession, but
it's not if you don't score.
Look, exactly. Yeah, like I'd rather win 3-1 and have 5% possession.
Yeah, exactly.
94%.
Yeah. I think this is the biggest, loudest shite I've ever seen in my life. XG, and I've said it and I don't know, like I think I was having a debate with someone before, and they brought up XG, and I said,
I think it was me.
It could have been you.
Yeah.
I went off the rails. I was like, XG is the biggest. It's just some fella just sitting there going, he should have scored that, and then like just marking it down like, oh, there's another mark on XG. He should have scored that goal. Who gives him the right to say he should have scored that? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just people deciding that, oh, he should have scored that, should have scored that opportunity. Like, it's absolute horseshit. I think it's the most fake stat that I've ever seen. And someone has created a career and probably got a big payoff for making that bullshit.
And I don't see any benefit from it, because as a manager, if you have an XG stat there and you haven't scored many goals, all it's going to do is kill the confidence of your striker players.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so yeah, I would agree 100% with this one.
Yeah,
XG is the biggest load of pants ever. Next one, Malaya's Football World 2.0. This is a wild one. David Beckham got worse after shacking. So I nearly said something else there. Shacking with Posh.
Yeah.
Paddy, it's a weird one because like it's so long ago. It's to really dive into it, you'd have to go back and rewatch kind of certain performances, get the timeline of when he actually got together. But we seen in the was it the David Beckham documentary? All that time he was like sneaking off to her. He was spending nights in hotels with her.
Yeah.
Did it like drain his energy a little bit? Did it affect the performance? I don't know. It may have. Like it's hard to know. At the end of the day, he still did end up with a lot of Premier League titles. He still did end up with going over to Real Madrid, winning a lot with Real Madrid. So,
well, he didn't win much with Real Madrid now.
Well,
in fairness,
yeah,
but
he won a lifestyle.
But he's played for all of the best clubs around Europe. Was PSG, AC Milan, Real Madrid, won the Champions League and multiple FA Cups and Premier Leagues with Manchester United. One of probably the most successful careers of any English player ever. Yeah, if he didn't meet his wife, get married, and he just solely dedicated himself to football, could he have done better? Quite possibly, but again, he is human, so I don't think it's a posh thing. I think it's probably just like anybody. If you didn't shack up, or if a footballer didn't shack up with their partner and have kids and stuff, would they be better if they just dedicated themselves 100% to football?
But it could go the other way. It could go that you just have them out fucking getting up on anything they can and even wasting even more.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like getting caught in nightclubs, like.
So I was thinking one or the other. Right, Rooney. Yeah. And his
he had a business. He had a business as well. He was doing everything.
I disagree with this.
Okay, yeah.
He's a legend at United.
I find it hard to disagree or agree with this. Like I was thinking I'd probably agree with it, because I'm just thinking maybe it would have affected him because of the sneaking around stuff that we saw that was going on. But in terms of performances, like I know
I never did.
No, I think I'd be very kind of no. I find it hard to disagree with that.
I think it was probably good for his cardio.
Yeah, maybe he was actually fair because of that.
Yeah.
Next one.
Oh, thanks for this one. Carl Horrigan. Okay, Croatia 2018 World Cup. Best player was centre-back Vida, and player of the tournament was Hazard. Now, we had a little discussion about this beforehand, because I probably, to be honest with you, I wouldn't have known too much about this. So in the aim of doing a bit of research, you told me that Hazard was the second player of the tournament.
Yeah, so this was the World Cup where Croatia got to the final.
Yeah.
They lost, but he's saying that Vida was the best player, which it's hard. Like, I mean, when you're a nation like Croatia and you get to a final, it's hard to like single out players. But Modric was the person that got player of the tournament. So you have to kind of give credit to Modric, because Modric back in that tournament did run the show, and he was kind of,
and he has done
years. And he's always quality. But when you look at player of the tournament being Hazard as well, like, I mean, you could say that, but in my opinion, Belgium are one of the most underachieving.
They're the leads of
international. They are.
Or not Leeds, sorry, Tottenham Spurs.
Spurs, yeah. So they're the Spurs of international football, because they had all them great players: Hazard, De Bruyne, Lukaku, Vincent Kompany back in the day, Alderweireld. Like, they had all these great players and never won anything. So I would say, like, I would be happy to say that Modric probably deserved it for what he done with that nation getting to a final.
And considering the big ups you were given to Hazard last week against Ronaldo and Messi. Yeah, that's a good turnaround and a good way to answer the question, because I feel that this question may have been sent in to test our footballing knowledge to see if we could talk about it.
Oh yeah.
So you carried me there. Thanks very much.
No, but that one as well. Harry Kane was the golden boot, 6 goals. And there was a couple of players that had 4 goals.
Stop showing off.
So it's just the knowledge. I didn't even do any research. It's just all up there. So look, it's a wild. That's a wild question, but it was a good one to ask. Hopefully, you've actually fucking tuned into the podcast to listen to that answer, because other than that, I'm going to hunt you down and I'm going to bat you. Right, next up, Paddy, Jay Ash. This is the one that I didn't want to touch on earlier because I wanted to save it for this one. Right. Jay Ash 23. This will be unpopular with Collie, but Cole Palmer isn't a big game player. I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna say that again, all right? Because I messed it up.
Yeah.
Jay Ash 23.
You're in so much shock.
I'm in shock. Jay Ash 23. This will be unpopular with Collie, but Cole Palmer isn't a big game player. Paddy, no surprise. Actually, you will be surprised. I actually agree with this.
Wow.
Yeah. And I know that people will say, oh no, Collie always sticks up for blah, blah, blah. Cole Palmer goes missing in the big games. He really does. He done it against Liverpool twice, I think. He went missing, I think, against Arsenal. Didn't do much against United, if I can remember. And Man City done nothing. First game he did, I'm pretty sure he scored it.
You can't put that on a 22-year-old.
No, and
Chelsea didn't show up.
No, that's what it is. So I don't want Chelsea being that team that does rely on one player. Yes, he's our outstanding player, but we should be able to get results even if he doesn't play. And that's what I want. To say he's not a big game player, I can't disagree with it at the moment, because I haven't seen him being phenomenal against a world, one of the top 6, even say. I haven't seen him doing it consistently. Maybe he had 1 or 2 games that someone will correct me on this one. He might have scored a couple of goals against Spurs or something. Not really top 6 game.
If you score and lose, though, it doesn't make a difference.
So I find it very hard to disagree with this, and I know that actually might shock you, but
it does, because love is blind and all that. I thought you would have just said I would agree, but with a caveat that I think he will be a big game player. He's 22 years of age. I think when he hits his mid-20s, he'll be running the show and he'll be scoring big goals in big games for Chelsea or somebody else.
Yeah, I do think. Look, that's not me saying that he won't ever be a big game player, because I honestly do think he is. I think he's absolutely brilliant. He's probably the best signing we've had since Hazard. So big statement there. But no,
was there a bit of a dig from Pep after the game?
I don't know what that was about. Like,
I think it was. To be honest with you, if you think about Pep and the way his mindset is, I nearly took it that he was saying we were right to sell him, because
I don't know, like,
he let us off there. I just like to thank Cole Palmer. And is it to annoy him, get into his head?
I don't know if it's annoy him or else make Pep look good to say, like, I made the right decision. I got rid of him.
That's what I'm thinking.
But you know what, right? Sorry, this is something I have to bring up, and I've seen it on Instagram. Gary Neville. Keep your fucking nose out of Chelsea's business, please. The shit I seen him saying about Chelsea is just absolutely scandalous, and it was about
no truth. No,
it was about this incident with Cole Palmer and Pep Guardiola, and he's just talking absolute nonsense about Cole Palmer, and I'm just like, do you know what? Just like he's basically saying, like, Chelsea fans won't be happy seeing Cole Palmer laughing and joking with Pep.
Yeah,
I don't care. Right, I know he gave everything in the match. If he's laughing and joking after the game, I honestly really don't care. Just stop bringing that negative bullshit that
I would.
That United and prime example that United fans have claimed.
You're full of shit.
This whole fucking we don't laugh and joke because Roy Keane says so. No, hold on a second, right? Don't bring the negativity into Cole Palmer. Don't bring it into Chelsea. Keep your opinion to yourself. I know you're paid to give your opinion.
Well, okay, if you're happy with that. Just like Chelsea, that's why he's don't win the big things, the big games. All right.
Look up the most successful team in the last 20 years.
That's why he's don't win the big games, because you want to hug and kiss afterwards with the opposition.
No.
You're one of those clubs. I don't want to see my players.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
No, backtracking now.
No, I don't want to see it. But I really I'm not gonna go out. Like, I'm not gonna send messages to Cole Palmer going, thanks for fucking not putting in the effort and laughing and joking with Pep. And
After you lose.
No, it's done. It's done. I don't.
So pretty much,
I don't need Gary Neville to say it.
Straight after you lose a game, you're having a laugh.
This is
having
more,
a laugh. So he doesn't care.
Sorry, no. This is more at Gary Neville.
But he's making a good point.
He's making a good point with United, right? He didn't say that.
So you're happy for the Chelsea players to be having a laugh just after they lost?
Listen, it's his ex-manager, all right? He has
so that's okay.
He has a good relationship with him. I've never had any issue. And Chelsea fans are all the same. If you give us everything, we don't care.
Just admit
100%.
There's some logic in what he's saying.
No, but there is, but there's not. Like, because it's just negative. He's trying to bring the negativity into Cole Palmer, into Chelsea. Don't need it. But maybe, keep the negativity in Manchester United.
But maybe
Thank you very much.
But maybe
Sky Sports also get new presenters because Gary Neville's a fucking
Neville. Love him or hate him. One of the most successful players that's ever played in the Premier League. All right, one more than the majority of players. Played more games. He knows a thing or two about what it takes as a team to win, and you do not want to see your player. I can guarantee you the Man City and Liverpool's, if they lost the game, they wouldn't be laughing with their ex-managers after the game. Guaranteed.
Why did he fail over in Valencia?
Gary Neville. He's not a good manager.
There we have it, folks. That's I'm resting. Give me the gavel. Give me.
You know I'm right. You know I'm right.
No.
You know I'm right.
Look, I would usually say like don't be laughing and joking after match, and I do like that because I know Roy Keane does.
It's just because Gary Neville said it.
100%. I just want Gary Neville to fucking leave it out. Just
what he said is right.
No. I don't want him anywhere near Chelsea. I don't want him mentioning Chelsea. Right, keep Chelsea out of your mouth.
Keep it going, Gary.
Or I will get Will Smith after.
Love it, Gary.
Yeah, I'll get Will Smith after. Next one. Who's Emery? You.
Breno 94. I'll let you calm down. I'll read this one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Unai Emery is a better coach than Arteta. Yeah, absolutely. I would agree with this.
Mm-hmm.
What he's done in the Europa League.
Yep.
Like, he's one of the best coaches that has ever managed in Europe in terms of Europa League level type of teams. What he's done at Aston Villa, when Steven Gerrard left, were close to being relegated.
Yeah.
Unai Emery came in and he's stabilized the club, turned them into a Champions League club. And what's the difference now between Villa and Arsenal? Arsenal finished 1 or 2 spots ahead of them. Show me your trophy for that.
Yeah.
Because you got no trophy for that. They're both in Champions League football. Arsenal have more resources than Aston Villa, and Aston Villa are outperforming with what they have compared to what Arsenal have. So, yeah, I'd absolutely agree with this.
I don't think it's even a question. Until Arteta starts getting this brilliant team he's after apparently manufacturing with Arsenal, starts winning trophies, starts winning Champions League, starts winning fucking everything, then I might have a discussion about it. But Unai Emery has been there, done that, wore the t-shirt. Not at that level, but he's still won stuff with the clubs that he's overachieved with certain clubs, I think.
Yeah. Look, question for you, and I suppose everybody that's listening as well. If you don't support Arsenal or Aston Villa and you needed a new manager at your club, would you prefer Arteta or would you prefer Unai Emery? And I can guarantee 90% of the listeners would say Unai Emery.
Yeah, and I'll be Arteta from it.
Why would I? I would.
Unai Emery all day. Yeah, all day. Like, and even if Chelsea were to get rid of the likes of our managers now, I'm like, maybe Unai Emery. Yeah, good replacement. Like, but now look, it's I would agree with this 100%.
I'd love to see Unai Emery at a club with the top resources.
Because
even at Villa, what he's doing is he's outperforming the level he's at. So to see him with a Champions League, like a proper Premier League winning club, I think he could do some damage. Okay,
next one up, Adam Mack _01. Ireland will qualify for a major tournament in the next 4 years. I just don't see it. I'd love to say I really see it, but I don't. I like the new managers come in and he's brought a bit of reality back to the team. And we're not trying this nonsense Stephen Kenny football. But I'd love to say we will, but I just don't know if we're going to.
There's not been no indication.
No, I like. We have some good players. Like the likes of Troy Parrott. He's doing really well over in Holland. Evan Ferguson. If we can get him back, he had a nasty injury, so if we can get him back, get him to scoring goals again, like that could be I'm jumping the gun here big time, but like the Niall Quinn, Robbie Keane kind of partnership, like why not try them out, like go 4-4-2? Because we're going to be lumping the ball, it's perfect to have one big striker who's Evan Ferguson, and then Troy Parrott is a little bit smaller and
Evan
trickier.
Ferguson needs to start playing games. Though.
He does, yeah, big
Yeah.
time. And I seen today they were saying he was what's his name? What's your man that does the transfers?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Fabrizio.
Fabrizio.
So he came out and said apparently it's going to be confirmed that he's going to leave the club on loan. So apparently the teams that are in talks, Marseille, AC Milan, I think it was.
I'd love.
Oh, sorry,
United.
Bayern Leverkusen.
I'd love Man United.
Oh no, yeah, I'd want Chelsea to sign.
I'd love Man United.
So them two, and there was apparently Aston Villa and a couple of other lower Premier League teams. I don't know why Chelsea aren't going from, but whatever. Like if it's only for a loan,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd take them absolutely. But in terms of this one, I regretfully, and it really hurts me to say because I'm really back. I'm back on the Ireland bandwagon where like I'm now happy to be watching Ireland again. I'm gonna try get to a lot more games and possibly document them and stuff like that. But regretfully, I'd have to probably disagree with that.
I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah.
Regretfully, I'm gonna have to disagree, but hopefully, I really hope I'm proved wrong.
Yeah, I just don't think we're strong enough in midfield. I'm being honest. I know we can kind of bypass that now, but yeah. Right. Next one. Do you want me to read it?
No, I will.
You go on then, right? Go on.
Because your reaction will say it all.
Yeah.
So this is my own. I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion because I'm sure anyone that's not a Chelsea fan might agree with me. Chelsea bottled it against the big boys. It's been prevalent this season that in all of the big games against the so-called top 6, top 8, Chelsea find it very, very, very hard to win. And I remember at the start of the season, Chelsea were winning against all the smaller teams and mid-table teams. And we were saying that it's good because they're drawn against the big boys. They weren't losing, they were drawn. So we were thinking, yeah, that's a positive sign. But it just seems to be that they just haven't got to the spot where they can actually beat these guys.
I think, and I can't disagree with it because the proof is in the pudding. You can look at the league table and you can look at the results. We are still a very young team and a very inexperienced team. I think you give us 2-3 years, I really think we're going to be the next Liverpool in terms of how dominant we might be.
I think
if we can sort out 1 or 2 positions.
When you have players at the end of a game laughing and joking with their
shut up. No, I can't disagree with this one because, like I said, our results against top 6 teams isn't good enough. I'd like to see more wins there. But we're still a young team. We've still got plenty in the tank. Plenty in the tank.
So you agree with me?
It's hard to disagree, is what I'll say.
I'm not always right, but I'm never wrong.
It's hard to disagree. Right, okay. Right, next one is my one. I don't know if this is unpopular even anymore. Spurs are the worst, biggest team of all time. Serial bottlers. Shocking at the moment. Now, it's sad to watch them because I really do like Big Ange. I actually like him. Their biggest achievement is getting into the...
You like them because they're not winning, doing better than Chelsea.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and I never like Spurs. Chelsea and Spurs always have great matches. There is that rivalry, the London rivalry. I don't feel that as much because I'm not from there.
Arsenal is your real...
Arsenal for me, yeah. But I still don't feel in terms of like... For me, the biggest games are United and Liverpool. Just because I know so many United fans, know so many Liverpool fans, and then obviously Man City, my brother and stuff like that. So they're the biggest games for me. I get the Arsenal and I don't like Arsenal and I don't like Spurs, but I don't have that hatred that a lot of Chelsea fans would have for them. But their biggest achievement is getting to the final of the Champions League and losing.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like they had Harry Kane, probably one of the best strikers in the world, and still couldn't have any success with him.
See, this is the funny thing. It's not as if we're just saying Spurs as a team, they're a massive club or anything like that. They've had the squads to win massive trophies. Yeah. Like they had Gareth Bale there.
Yeah.
In his prime.
And managers. Look at the manager.
Yeah.
Jose Mourinho.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Jose Mourinho was there, came in, and Dele
They
Alli.
got to a final with Jose Mourinho and sack him the day before the final.
And like you have the likes of Dele Alli there, who was there with Mourinho. Mourinho came out and he goes, did you watch the documentary? No.
Yeah, I did.
Comes out and basically says, you're lazy. You're like that. You are so lazy. He's like, you've got great talent, but you're so lazy. And what happened in his career? down the drain because his attitude, and it just showed that you can have all the talent in the
know
world.
a lot did come out about him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But it's
but yeah, no, the Spurs. How in the name of it's like they have a course against them, because you've heard of so many big game players saying that, even when, like, I remember United were 3-0 down at half time, and Kane talked about Ferguson coming in and just going, "Come on, guys, it's Spurs."
Yeah.
And they came back out and beat them 5-3 in the second half.
It's really embarrassing, and I think that they need to pull their socks up this season. They're gonna get Big Ange sacked, and I don't know if they're just not playing for him anymore. They seem they're all or nothing. It seems to be like that's the actual name of the documentary.
Yeah.
But no, they're either great or else they're absolute.
It's a culture thing, because you see the exact same thing at Manchester United.
Yeah,
and they're trying to change it.
It's Levy, Daniel Levy. They want to get rid of him, don't they? They really need him gone. Like,
well, as long as he being there, and what if they won?
Yeah,
and that's
true.
Yeah,
that's all you can look at.
Like you like it's the same. It's very similar to Manchester United. You can't keep changing the manager and nothing else and expecting a difference. Something else must have to change fundamentally.
The definition of insanity, as I says, just doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's what we're saying. It's insane what's going on at Spurs. Right, that's it, Paddy. That is the end of the unpopular football opinions. Another great topics that are being sent in. We really love them. So every time we put it up, I'm going to be putting it up every probably Sunday or Monday or so. We're recording this on a Tuesday and it gets released on a Wednesday. So I'd love to see them coming in. So that's it on that one, Paddy. And we're going to be going on to the football predictions. Okay, Paddy. Wrapping it up with some football predictions. We are about 50 minutes or so in. So the times on the old podcast getting a little bit longer. Good, so good content on it. So first one up is Bournemouth versus Liverpool.
Whoa,
we just spoke
what a
about
game.
Bournemouth, about how good they were. How do you see this one go?
I see Bournemouth getting a result here, because look, Liverpool have to lose at some stage, and Bournemouth seem to be absolutely smashing it. United over December
Lockers on Liverpool. So I'm gonna speak honestly here, Paddy, right?
Oh yeah.
Easy 3-0 win for Liverpool here.
Yeah.
Easy 3-0 win. Diaz, hat-trick. Yeah, easy for them.
So Diaz is coming into your fantasy football this week.
Do you know what I was actually thinking about there? I don't know whether I'm going to bring him in or not, so I don't know. Shouldn't have said him if I am. I'm not going to bring him in now if I said it, because what happens then everything. Anyway, 3-0 to Liverpool. Diaz to score, hat-trick. Brentford versus Spurs. Like, we have Spurs in this as if like they're even the top 6 team anymore now.
Yeah, and that drives me mad.
Yeah,
I hate having them in.
I know. Yeah,
we dropped them over.
I'll jump in with this one. Right. They're gonna go 1-0 up, and then they're gonna lose 3-1.
Right.
I'm gonna say that Mbeumo is gonna score for Brentford, but I do see Spurs going 1-0 up and then bottling it as usual.
Yeah, I think now they're at their lowest ebb under Ange, and I think this will be the final nail in the coffin.
Think so?
I see them losing here and I'm getting the bullet. Yeah, so I'm going to say Brentford 2-0 and then Mbeumo to score.
Okay. Next one up, Paddy. Crystal Palace versus Manchester United. Sorry, I said that the wrong way around. Manchester United versus Crystal Palace, because United are home. What do you think? And you win?
The way we've been playing, I'd nearly rather this game to be away, because we seem to be having our best performances away from home. Bit of a mental block when we're playing at home. But we've done it against Rangers during the week. So I'm going to go for a Manchester United win here after we win in the Europa League during the week as well, to make it 4 on the bounce. And I'm going to say another clean sheet as well. I'm going to say Manchester United 2-0 and Amad Diallo to score.
Yeah, I think you'll get the win, but just United being United, it's just like they won't make it easy for themselves. They'll probably go 1-0 down again and come back and win, but I do think they're going to win. I think they're going to win 2-1.
Is this your thing you're going to Liverpool?
No, this is actually genuine. Because like I said before, United aren't threatening me. So I don't care about United anymore, because they're not threatening me. So I don't really care too much about United. So I'm going to say
that hurts more.
Someone zoom in on Paddy's face. I got to say 2-1 to United, and like I said, gonna go 1-0 down. and they're going to come back and got Bruno Fernandes to score. Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, he's been on a hot streak, all right.
Next and up, big game this week: Arsenal versus Man City. A great match for Liverpool fans, because somebody is dropping points here. What do you think?
I think both of them are going to drop points.
Yeah, draw.
I think Liverpool will lose, and I think Arsenal will lose. I do. I see it because I don't really see them scoring against City, because they're shocking. They're not good going forward. Saka's still out, long-term injury. So I'm going to say City 1-0 and De Bruyne to score.
I don't know. This is such a tight one to call. I think, because City have been throwing away leads and throwing away results and stuff like that.
Not against Chelsea.
Yeah. Okay. I just don't know if they're going to hold on against an Arsenal team that are kind of weak, aren't they? Like, they're not like. How are they still up there when they're so bad? They have Havertz playing as their number 9. Now Jesus came back and stuff like that.
Because they defend well. They do defend well.
Yeah, they do defend well. They have good defenders.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with a City win. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go with a City win. I think it'll be a good game.
Tight.
Yeah, it will be a tight game, good game, energetic game, fast-paced game. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Man City. I'm going to go with Phil Foden to score. Phil Foden has been phenomenal in the last couple of weeks, so I'm going to go with him. Next one, Chelsea and West Ham. I think Chelsea will bounce back in this one. I think obviously it is a London derby, and we will want to beat them. It's a tough game. It is a tough game for us.
Potter back.
Yeah.
Oh, I see a banana skin here.
No, I don't think so. I think we'll. Fuck. Oh, I think we're gonna win. Depends on what Nicholas Jackson turns up. If Nicholas Jackson, that's very good, turns up, we want to win 3-0. If Nicholas Jackson, that can't score, turns up, I think we'll win 1-0. So I'm going to go 1-0 because I don't trust that he's going to come back. And I'm going to say Madueke to score.
Yes. You smashed West Ham earlier in the season in their ground. But this is a different West Ham now.
Yeah.
This is Potter after getting a win. Back to Chelsea, the place that threw him out, so he has something to prove. But I still see Chelsea winning. Yeah, I do. I still see, especially after losing against Man City. It's a game you have to win for the Champions League spot. So I see is you're winning it. I'm going to say 2-0 to Chelsea, and I'm going to say Palmer to score.
Okay, I was going to do the Everton and Liverpool game, but I actually think that's on Wednesday, so we'll actually get that on the next pod. So we don't need to do that. So that's the last one, Paddy. That is it, and that is the podcast complete. That was a good episode. We had some good conversations, and that, like I said, that fan's opinion for me is the unpopular opinion is brilliant. It brings up stuff that we would never get to talk about because we kind of focus a lot on Premier League and Chelsea and United and stuff like that. So bringing up that type of stuff gets us off topic, gets us kind of going, and I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah, we've been doing that. We were doing this online for so long. The interactions, the way it flows in person is so much better. And now to have questions coming in from the people that are listening, it just drives you on to do a better job, to do more of them, because as you said, it's so interesting, and to get the engagement from the listeners. Look, this is why we do it.
Yeah,
and we're so happy, and we appreciate it so much that when you do write into us, so please keep them coming in. Give us a follow, because look, we're only beginning. This is only the start of it.
Yeah. Episode 2, we're calling it.
Yeah. Constant improvements. Subscribe, and follow us, because we're here to make your Wednesday mornings / Thursday mornings, if you get us like much better.
Yeah, that's I can't wrap it up any better than that. So that is it. We're going to be back the same time next week. We will be released here 8 a.m. Wednesday morning every single week. That is what we will be doing. That is when you'll find us. We're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on TikTok, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on every single fucking platform you can think of. So make sure you follow us on them all so you don't miss anything. And we will see everybody next week. Goodbye.